I saw a man struggle in front of his wife and kid, and I'll never forget the look in his eyes. So, this story I want to share with you today is about a man that I've encountered while I was traveling back home. And I mean it, guys, this story stuck with me and it won't leave my mind. So I decided naturally to share it with you because I believe this will be a wake up call and you will feel like a slap in the face after hearing it. So let's begin. Imagine you're me, you get into the train because you want to go back to your hometown after exams and you are very happy to go back to your hometown. So you get into the train, and when you get to the train, to your surprise, you'll find out that the company who is responsible for time management and like tickets with times and everything, that who is responsible for tickets has fucked up and made a mistake, a conflict between the trains. So a train and or the train you're in is packed with two trains worth of people. Like imagine the train you're in is carrying two trains worth of people, which means naturally that one seat is for two people. Every two people have one seat. So naturally, there's chaos. Everyone is standing, some are sitting, some is fighting, some are fighting. Sorry, uh, but you are very lucky because I am very lucky. You go to the person who's sitting in your place. You find that it is a guy. You tell him, man, this is my place, as you can see in the ticket. He doesn't make any trouble. He gets up, he gives you the seat. He says, "All right, man, I know, I understand, because uh, we 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 have to assume the problem that the company caused, because I have a seat. I should sit in my seat. So I sit, you sit into your seat, or I sit into my seat. And when you sit, you put your headset, when you are traveling, you put your headset and you look into the window to start enjoying your travel, to just block the noise and forget all that crowd that there is in your train. So you put your headset, you start listening to music, that country music or whatever you like. You start listening to music on the right, and after some minutes, you start hearing loud voices and shouting. So you take off your headset, you look to your side, and you find a man who is shouting loudly, who has sweat on his face, all over his face, and who is shouting loudly like his life depends on it. I didn't understand at first. I thought that this man is just an aggressive man who wants to take his place, and I said that, well, whatever. But when you look to his side, you'll find his wife who is carrying a child, a newborn child, which appears to be his. So you start to understand the situation a bit. And when you take off, as I said, you already took off your headset, so you start hearing the conversation. The man wants the other man who is sitting. We'll call the man standing the father. The father wants the man who is sitting to get up from his place, the place of the father, which is, by the way, his and his right, because it's assigned in his ticket and is his legal place in the train, because he has it in the ticket and he should sit in it. But the father doesn't want anything anymore because he knows the situation is fucked up. So he tells the man to just get up so his wife can sit in his place. Always remember that this is the place of the father. He doesn't even want to sit in it anymore. He just wants his wife to sit so she can calm the baby and she can put him to sleep. But that rude man who was sitting in his in a place which didn't belong to him, by the way, always remember this, doesn't want to stand, and they start fighting. And watching the scenery, the only thing I was looking at is the wife, because the wife had this look in her eyes, this tired look in her eyes, and the baby was shouting. And the only thing I could think about is the fact that that man dragged his family with him into this shit. Because let's be honest, as men, we should take responsibility. And if we have any loved ones, we should always be ready to provide for them and to make their life as easy and as comfortable as it can. So, the thing I want you to take from this story is that the man, I can't blame him because if I had my baby and my wife standing, I would fight any man who who tries to take my seat. But what I condemned him and what I feel like he lacked on is the fact that he was not ready to support that family. And even though he started it, if you are not ready enough, if you are not capable enough to support your family, to provide for them, don't start, man. Just go alone. For example, me, I go by the train, I go by the bus, I don't care because I'm alone. I travel alone, so the only one who can get disturbed by the external and the outside things is me. So I assume my own responsibility. But if I want to take a loved one with me, I go by train, like for example, first class. I'm not in the level to travel by another team. I'm trying to get to that level. But if I want, and by the way, this is for everyone, if you want to take a loved one with you anywhere, you gotta be ready as a man to provide for them and to take them and to make their task, for example, travel, they're traveling as easy and as comfortable as possible. If you can't do that, don't take them with you. And that's all, guys, for today's video. I don't know what to say about this story. It just stuck in my mind and it won't leave because I feel like this is a very deep realization that I had. And I want you guys to interpret it in the comments and give me your point of view in this story. And as always, stay hard.